what's up? It's Kit. Time for another video. Kind of a late night shift going on right here. And I just thought I'd actually make a video of this because I don't want to do something stupid. Alright, so this is a PTFE covered hook from VMC, and they have discontinued this some time ago. This is a 7117, and this is a silver UV Gomoku Slim 80 gram. So this would go really well together for the longtail. So I want to rig this so that I'm gonna use it for the longtails. But see, the thing is kind of stupid because I'm gonna be using light line, very light line at that. So I wanted to show you guys how I rigged this particular jig and why we're doing it. Okay, so why we're doing this whole thing is because it's stupid, not to be followed. Okay, but basically it's just to test the limits of our tackle and of course our skill. So we're testing things out. That's one. Two, um, the light tackle potential of something like a tuna is immense, especially specifically the longtails. They're so much fun and there's a lot of them. So gives you a few shots at the fish, and that's great, you know. So for the time when we're able to fish for them on light tackle, it's a great shot. It's a great chance for us to actually catch something fun on light tackle and live to tell the tale, basically. So I'm not going to be using stupidly light tackle though, and more than likely what's going to happen is that we're going to lose this jig if we're not careful. So when we're doing light tackle, we have to look at a few things. Everything from the knot to the rigging has to be perfect, and this is one of the reasons why we actually chose this hook. Now for light line, it is very difficult to hook and have the hook penetrate because the line is light. You need a bit of power to get the point in. Same with an argument. Okay, just as with an argument, you have to have a bit of power to get your point across. Okay, so in this instance right here, you need a bit of violence to get your point in. And it's not going to be easy, but with the PTFE coating, it could help. And this is why we chose this hook, even if traditionally this is a slow jigging hook. Now, together with this, you really have to take care of your drag. But since it's light line, it should be fine. Okay, so we are just making sure that the binding here is perfect. We don't want things to mess up, especially when we've hooked the fish. It's a nice fish, and before you know it, something fails. So especially for this type of thing, what we want is for things to be really perfect. Okay, here we go. So this thing is so slippery that just a little bit and then it kind of, this is one of those hooks that I actually don't enjoy working on. When it's done, I love it because obviously it is very slick and helps the point penetrate. So two disadvantages of this particular hook is that A, it's dangerous, and B, it rusts pretty fast. And it's part of the reason why it was discontinued, actually, because a lot of people found it too costly in the long run, because it literally um, rusted up only a few hours in the fishing trip. While you're in the fishing trip, it's already rusting. So, not the most pleasant thing to see when your hooks start to rust and you're still in the fishing trip. So, not something you enjoy. Now, having said that, for me, actually one of the better hooks out there because of that reason. Okay, not because it rusts, but because it gives you one of the better hooks out there because it gives you so much penetration power, and it's almost second to none. It takes very little force to have the hook penetrate, and that's something that I'm looking for this particular fish, the tuna we're fishing for. So that is exactly what we're doing here. All right, so hook is done, and just a little more, I guess. It's just going to be a split ring. It's just a matter of the split ring, and I'm just gonna cannibalize here. So we're gonna cannibalize a split ring. And at this point, you know what? It kind of doesn't matter what split ring it is, if it's load bearing or not, because it is a fast jig. And fast jigs generally, or for the most part, don't need load bearing split rings because it's a direct connection to the hook. So as you can see here, just like that, easy peasy. So really, as far as hook selection is concerned, this particular hook is chosen because of the penetration power, and since we're on light line, it'll be very easy for this to just snag the fish in the mouth, obviously. And we're going to put only one, and we position it just a tad above the center line, at least for the hook point right there. Okay, just like that, you can see. And as far as the hook size is concerned, you can see here that if you put it at the base, it sticks out nicely. And that's how I judge the size for fast jigging hooks. Obviously, for slow jigging hooks, you go to the center line and then make sure that it sticks out just a tad bit. I found that that's the most consistent across the board as far as sizing is concerned. But for fast jigs, You can tell there. Okay, just like that. It sticks out. Okay, put this at the base again, like that. Sticks out a fair bit. That's your hook size. Now, I'm ready for when we actually go back to Fujairah and target those tuna. And for me, obviously it will be a trip where I would be fishing with lighter line for the tuna. That's it right there. Okay, so let's do a I'm gonna do a little thing here. There we go. For the thumbnail. Boom. 80 gram. Okay, so if you're fishing here in the UAE and you're going after these longtails, 80 grams is the magic number, and it shouldn't be too long, so stick with jigs that are kind of semi-long, and it'll work out. There we go. That's it for now. If you learned from this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to learn more and you haven't yet, click on the subscribe button if you want your friends to stop bothering you and learn with you, so you grow together. Share this video and share the channel. If not, up to you. Alrighty, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Class dismissed.